Yeah.
Okay, recording.
Either the Seinfeld music. But
Except, yeah, it's like Seinfeld if the bass line was like more pocket, right?
yeah. I can see, I can hear a little difference. So done with music.
Little breakdown moments, yeah. Jazz noise right there.
The music's going in and out, so I don't know what's going on.
Music's going in and out because I'll if I make noise, it makes the music.
Yeah.
So I gotta mime like I'm bucket the bucket now. This is The Great Satan, episode 14. I'm joined by good buddy, a Georgia dude, James motherfucking Etchison up in the.
Hell yeah. Technically live in Alabama.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm in Smith Station. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I know Smith.
I've actually never lived in Georgia, but I work there and I'm close to there, so.
Oh, okay.
I'll claim Columbus, you know.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not much popping in Smiths.
How's the tax rate in Smith Station?
I think it's 8.5. I don't know.
Different than Georgia?
Nah, but if you live in Smiths, you can get a rural housing loan and pay like 2.5% APR on your house. So that's
right.
where we live here.
Wow. Yeah, that's probably higher than it's about to be, right? Like it's 0 now, right?
Yeah, right. But I've lived here for a while before the dark times.
So you're telling me that you didn't buy your house during coronavirus?
No. We decided to get out a few years ahead of it. We knew it was coming, though. I mean, it was all planned.
Everybody did. Yeah, of course.
South Korean shadow government, all that.
The plan, yeah. Absolutely. We absolutely knew. I mean, I bought in Montgomery specifically because I knew just how difficult it would be to get healthcare for it.
Yeah. We kind of planned around that. Yeah. So I'm here alone now, though. I'm getting divorced, which is a great way to start a show. Is just to talk about that. And no, but I mean, it's my house. It's going to be my house eventually, I guess. So.
Right. Yeah, of course. My wife and I made wontons earlier, and they were incredible. I do spell it Juan ton because I use chorizo sausage instead of lamb.
Yeah. Okay, that's what my next question was what are they stuffed with?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
They were stuffed with lamb, but it made me think. We could go with the old spelling. The Latin spelling.
Yeah.
The more spicy spelling.
No MSG. Yeah.
Yeah. No MSG. Just straight up chorizo sausage, baby. I'm stoked.
That sausage from the chorizo region. The Chorizano region.
It's like a mountain outside of France. It's sparkling chorizo.
Yeah. The French and their chorizo sausage. Chorizo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're so mixed up. They're doing a Mexican sausage.
Oh, that's a spicy chorizo ball.
There's a spicy bread with olive oil.
We did use olive oil in the pan.
Yeah, it's a good oil. I mean, I'm nothing against it, except when you go to a real Italian restaurant versus Olive Garden, and they give you bread, and then to dip it in, they just have olive oil, and it's like, oh, good, it's soggy now. Wonderful.
Yeah, this rocks. Yeah, I love that shit, man. That's my favorite. I love food jokes. They make me happy.
They really do.
Like,
Jim Gaffigan wrote 20,000, and then it's like, yeah, they're not getting old. They're getting worse. They're not getting old.
Yeah, man. I fucking love food and jokes. Like, so when
it's what's more relatable. Everyone eats
and jokes together and make food jokes.
It's almost like a recipe for food and also jokes.
It's like
it's a fusion, is what it is. Yeah.
It is. It's a fusion. It's a fusion Thai place.
Yeah.
Which is why white people love it.
We love Thai. I can't lie. It's my favorite. I don't know.
What are you gonna do? Lie? Pretend that white people don't like fusion things?
We do. Food blogging these days and all the days before
Again,
is a
food blog,
blog.
food blog.
Colonialism. Appropriate the food. Act like you discovered it out of nowhere. Don't talk to the people.
Specialist white
Blogging
person.
101.
Yeah. Be the most special white person ever because
Yeah.
he has the key to all the food and the culture without any of the stuff.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I'm into it.
Yeah. It's
How do we
wonderful.
make this more depressing than you talking about your divorce?
Oh, I don't know.
White culture. That is, yeah.
Gotta,
We zoomed out is what we did, and we talked about like larger hegemonic forms of oppression.
yeah. Than me getting divorced,
They
which is a very not hegemonic form of not oppression.
right. It's just a thing that happens. It makes like the moments of our like individual suffering seem less intense when we look at big problems.
Yeah. It's almost like projecting like a cone shape. You got your central depression, and then you like, well, I could be madder about this as it's bigger, and then I wouldn't have to deal with mine.
Right. Yeah. It's like do
you should be mad about that genuinely, but not just projecting.
Right. Do you remember Major Payne?
Yes, I've seen clips.
One of my favorite movies of all time is
It's
Major
good.
Payne. And when his buddy, he like carries him, because he's got the gunshot wounds,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, ow, the gunshot wounds. And then he's like, give me your finger, and then he just like destroys his finger. He's like, oh, the gunshot wounds don't hurt anymore,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, almost like the what is it, like a telescope trick where you look backwards through a telescope at your hand that's hurting, and it's farther away.
right. Oh
yeah. It hurts less. I don't think it works. I don't know, but you gotta.
I put what is the old like Stephen
Wright telescope in the first aid kit.
Yeah. Keep a big telescope. Man, the trunk of my car doesn't have a lot of room anymore.
Got the telescope.
Got that telescope in my first aid kit.
Major Payne's back there.
Yeah, Major Payne's back there. He'll jump out, break your finger.
Oh, good times in the Army.
Oh, yeah. Do you need to get that? You need to hang out with the kid, or you got any questions, any like stuff going on in your life?
Oh yeah, the kids are all in the room right now. You can hear her chattering. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. Do we address it or do we not address it? I mean,
we should address it. I'm sorry. I was talking about telescopes. She's
I mean,
my daughter's here. She's
if you need me to pause it, just say like pause, and I can hit pause really fast.
No, it's chattering loud or because I turned the mic down yesterday.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Yeah. She's I don't want to call her nonverbal, but she's got autism and stuff, so she kind of just chatters a lot, which is fine, but that's just what I got here going on.
Right. Yeah. I do like that wonton joke about Juan.
Yeah.
Good with the chorizo. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wonton. I don't know if that's racist or not, though. I'm worried that it's racist. I don't think it's racist, though. I met a woman named Wanda, and she said that it was a family name. And then I said, what was your family? What was the original, like, full version? And she said Juanita. And I was like,
Wanda is short for Juanita? I did not know that.
That's what she said. Yeah, this lady said that. And she was like, I mean, she was white passing, but Hispanic is what she said. She was like a white passing Hispanic person. And she was like, yeah, the family name is Juanita, and I call myself Wanda. I was like,
get her out of the way. Doesn't get out here.
I was like, man, I'm going to mention that on my podcast later.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So it's not, Wanda's not always short for Juanita by any stretch, but.
No, but in her case, it is, it's like, Daniel, the name Daniel.
Yeah.
it's short for it's actually like short for Danielle.
What? No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. They're the two gendered forms of it.
No, Danielle just has 2 more letters. So Daniel is shorter. So
Yeah.
it's short for
Did you
Danielle.
know? Did you know? And like Bill and Ted, that's actually short for sandworm because they would connect words with a little sandworm script. That's the ampersand is a sandworm.
Oh,
And
the
that's
and
anagram.
part.
Right, right. But the word
Bill
and is literally short for
Sandworm
sandworm.
Ted.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's any word that is part of another word is short for that word.
Yeah, I'm on board. You can tell I haven't showered today because I'm wearing a sweater.
Okay, I haven't either because we didn't set a time, and you just texted me. I'm like, yeah, I'll get.
Oh, did I not? I thought I set a time. I was like, I'm always like
You may have.
2
I may have
p.m.
just forgotten.
Central is that's like, but there's no time really.
Right.
Time doesn't
We're
exist.
not live streaming or something. And also,
No, we're
time
not
is
live
an
streaming.
illusion.
We record, and then what's going to happen is, as soon as this is over, it's going to bounce down, and then I immediately upload it without editing because I'm super lazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem with podcasts, shows, whatever.
Yeah.
The editing is like a full-time job if you're doing weekly episodes. It
Yep.
almost is.
And
And
I do
it's
daily
not rewarding.
every day.
So if you do something like, just uploading it pretty much or whatever, or just listening to bits and pieces and then upload it, you get it more natural. But if you're trying to do like a production, it's like you got to have some revenue.
No, it's a giant hassle. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's what scared me from doing it. Is my friend who I was going to podcast with said, "I'm going to do all the editing. You just have to show up." I'm like, "Yeah, fine, I'll do it."
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do that anymore, so we didn't do it. So
right.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's what. Well, one of the weird things about people that like momentarily have a work ethic is that like, they don't forever because it's like, oh yeah, I just got excited.
That's me. That's me in a nutshell. But I've learned to check that to where I'll just say no. I'll just be like, I know I want to do this now. I'm not going to follow through, so I'm just going to say no. Yeah, and it's sad. That's like one of my saddest aspects of my life. But it's better than being like, oh no, I'm doing this. This is going to happen. And then
that's
starting it and then being like,
I was in that mode for like, I don't know, up until I was like 30.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm going to do all the things. And sometimes I did them. And it was like, whoa, shit, the world just made me do this beautiful thing. Thank you, planet, for begging me to do this thing, right? Yeah. And then making me do it. And then sometimes it would be like, oh, I'm really disappointed in myself for not doing this really basic thing I could have done.
Yeah, all the time for me. And then when I say I check it, that's just when it involves other people. So if it involves another person, I'll be like, I don't count on myself to follow through with this. I'm not going to make the promise to you. Yeah. But for me, I'm making promises to myself constantly and just letting myself down. I try to set goals that can be partially completed and still. So like if I say I'm going to write a book, right? Right. I'm not going to write that book. But if I say I'm going to write every day, I'm not going to write every day, but the days that I write, I will have written something versus, I have to have this product on the table or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why stand-up's good because you can just do it as much as you can.
Stand-up fucking rocks for people with like short attention span.
Yeah.
In terms of like labor or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially like big creative labor where it's like, oh yeah, I know I should have had that pilot done, but I definitely can go crush for 7 minutes.
Yeah. And then, I wish I was building material faster, but I'm satisfied. I'm not satisfied. That's not the right word. I'm proud of anything I can accomplish as far as that goes. Because my ADHD is like, I'm not handling it well. I'm not working with it or whatever they say to do. I'm just kind of letting it destroy me. And any win I can get is like huge to me. Like if I'm like, oh, I accomplished a task, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And then not accomplish the next 5.
Yeah, exactly. Like I used to beat myself up about like not doing enough chores,
Yeah, same.
And then like I got really excited because sometimes I'm able to cook some chorizo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If I cook something, I made tacos last night, and I'm like, that's the easiest thing to make, of
Right.
course.
Yeah.
But I did it. You know, I didn't just throw pizza rolls in the oven or whatever.
Right.
And then, what was I gonna say? Of course, it's gone. All right, that's
So
fine.
cooking or the other thing? Labor,
Oh,
comedy, stand up, minute,
I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it.
cranking stuff out. You know, like
Yeah,
yeah, it's weird. Like, you know, at this moment, this like cultural moment in human alienation and all this, like it's been really cool because like there's this idea of like labor that's monetizable and there's labor that's like not monetizable,
yeah, of course.
and the labor that was not that monetizable 8 months ago is now like really in demand, you know.
Yeah, everything, like the demand for everything is totally flip flopped or warped or whatever.
Exactly, it's wild. So
The,
like
the company my friend works at was about to go under, but they do video calling and now they're thriving or whatever.
fucking crushing it. Yeah,
Which is terrible because they're making their employees come to work and they're getting coronavirus. But,
yeah, that's not good. Don't do that.
well, my friend already got it, and his whole family got it, and his mom was doing really bad, but they all got better.
Wow.
I think I don't know where it originated, but I think him and his mom were both going into work. This is in Chambers
Wow.
County,
Yeah.
the record-setting Alabama county.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah, you're in East Alabama. I know doctors at that hospital that they were at.
Oh yeah,
And they've had admin staff and nurses get it, and they've had a fucking crazy time of it out there in Smith Station. You know.
yep. Yeah, it's been awful.
Shit fucking sucks. So
I know, and I don't know. It feels really helpless, and then it's like all you can do is stay inside, but then you don't even want to do that, or I don't want to do that.
no,
We
the stay inside thing, even it's like, if you have an outside to be in that outside,
Yeah.
like I think I've gotten more sun in the last 2 months than I've gotten, in the last year.
Yeah,
Just
same.
'cause it's like
I started making sure I hit the vapor outside, and then
smart,
I'll take the kids out a couple times a day.
nice.
Especially today, we can probably go out there for a while after this or something.
Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous out today.
It is. It's really nice. It's like the perfect temperature,
Yeah. It's
Or it
like,
varies. Sometimes it gets a little warm and then cool, but it's always better than the summers or whatever.
yeah, exactly. Like I was in the sweater, not just because I didn't shower today and I wanted to keep the stench in, but also I didn't want to just cosplay Freddy Krueger, the world's perfect libertarian, because he's old and dead and fucks children,
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's also racist. If you in Freddy versus Jason, there's a bit of
racist. Yeah, so he's racist and a child rapist. So he's the quintessential libertarian.
Yep.
Like the bad libertarian, not libertarian socialism, the original libertarian. Obviously, when we say libertarian, we mean the bad
problem and all that stuff.
Yeah, the ones that sell children.
Ayn Rand.
Yeah, that
Ayn Rand. It's Ann though.
I say Ayn.
Yeah, I always did too, and then I've heard it Ann.
I heard
but
someone say Ann, but it's like, look, she was never like a real immigrant.
Ann.
She was like
she's not. She's fake.
She what?
She's not. She's a fake immigrant.
She's a fake immigrant. Exactly. She was very, whatever. She struck me as like a total like Project Paperclip kind of thing. It was like an anti-Soviet, like Soviet immigrant, where it's like, you're lucky they didn't fucking just crush your skull,
Yeah.
They educated you, and then you're gonna come over here and talk shit. Like, what the fuck?
I see a lot of that with coworkers and stuff when it comes to, they'll be like Trump supporting immigrants or whatever, and then they're like,
crazy, right?
They're just going for the bad immigrants. They like me, or I don't know. Which they do like they like having, like my friend at work who's not going to listen to this he went to the local Republican party in Columbus, and he said, I want to volunteer, and they're like, okay, go to the shooting range, get people to sign up for Trump. And they love that, right? Because he's brown skinned or whatever, and and he represents them. But he's just like a hardcore capitalist or whatever, and I don't agree with anything he says. Nice guy though.
Right. Yeah. If I like, I've said that to a few, like, just whatever friends locally, especially Montgomery is like 70% black, right? And like every now and then I'll be like, look, we need a grifter on the inside. You know what I mean? Like, get up in there and just make some dumb money. You know what I mean? Like, because like,
yeah,
in a way, right? Like Candace Owens has more freedom than any black woman in America.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like she can say Hitler was right, and then not every, but like 30% of white America is like, she's one of the good ones. Like,
yeah.
That's a crazy degree of freedom. So you're like, look, if you really want safety, the easiest way to get it is to be like, Hitler, say what you want, but also like, and just do that a little bit, and they'll be like, this one shucks and jives. I like this guy.
Yeah, I mean that's on the flip side. That's why it's so hard to be like a black socialist or something. It's just you already got the difficulty of being treated like an enemy in the United States, and then on top of that, you're actually fighting for being an enemy, or not an enemy of our culture, at least, I guess.
Well, yeah, definitely an enemy of the largest form of hegemonic oppression.
Right.
And then the other, just by existing, you're an enemy of one form of hegemonic oppression.
Yep.
And then to double down on it by actually giving a fuck. Like,
and then you got like the liberals who will hate you just because you're not following in line or whatever with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll call you like, what was it they called Brianna Joy Love or whatever? They called her like one of the misfit black girls or whatever. Like, I can't remember, but they were, liberals were really mean to, even really centrist. I mean, I wouldn't call her a socialist,
you don't have to,
but like, she was just not far right. Yeah. It's wild to think about, like, how our decisions to like brand ourselves in certain ways can like put targets on our backs. Like, what was that bar in Columbus that we did the last time I saw you? I think.
Hold on, you're breaking up. It's slowing down.
Says my internet connection is unstable. Let's pause for 2 seconds to just let it level out. I think we fixed it.
Okay. All right, thank goodness.
Hat's coming back.
That was a good bit. I'm glad I had a hat handy. I was in my son's room. He's got hats he never wears.
Well, the internet connection was unstable, and when you put a hat on, you make the connection better.
Yeah. It's called a hat-cat connection.
The nose picking was just because I wanted to pick my nose.
Yeah, it gets crusty, and that's obviously, like, from an evolutionary standpoint, like, that's what you're supposed to do. There's no questioning that. Is the finger the right size as the nose? No, you're not supposed to. That was just a test by God to test you for picking your nose.
Oh, no, yeah.
We're supposed to pick our nose.
We're not supposed
to Don't do it.
Or pick our nose. Like, we have maxillary incisors.
Yeah.
And fingers the size of our noses. We're supposed to eat meat and pick our nose.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I mean, not all the time. I mean, what kind of monster could find an animal to eat every day? Like,
no, you're supposed to stock up on the protein, and it stores in your body, and use that for energy as you collect twigs and berries. And then you're not supposed to eat meat every day. That'd be insane.
That would be buck wild. What kind of a wild? I mean,
we'd run out of animals. It doesn't make. Oh
it would never happen in the wild. Like,
King of the Cave, don't. You wouldn't every day. Maybe once a week.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same.
How would you store? Like, how would you store it if you kept it for yourself? It would go bad immediately. There'd be no way to keep it from going bad.
So fast, it would be trashed instantly. It would be rotten.
Yeah, it flies immediately. There'd be no. Yeah. There'd be no way to like leatherize it.
Yeah. What are you gonna eat leather?
Yeah, come on.
Fuck out of here. I'm going to chase a small sized deer. slowly.
Breaking up again.
Sorry. I'm going to chase a small deer for like 3 days. Slowly, right? We're going to run slow for like 3 days. It's not going to be able to stop for water because every time it tries to stop, I'm like, aha, And then I got that motherfucker.
Yeah, when he gets slow because he's thirsty.
It's thirsty. It can't stop. What are you going to do? Stop? Fuck you, stopping.
And you can get water faster because you have hands and the skin.
I have and I killed a deer last week and it had a stomach and I filled that stomach up with water and tied the ends.
Oh.
So I can like carry it and drink yeah.
And that would also taunt the deer.
You're like
other stomach.
Yes. What do you think about this? How we do it?
Killing that first deer when you don't have a deer stomach, that's the trick. That's where
that is tough.
And you may need to form some kind of tool for that, but usually those aren't necessary much.
I keep my beard really long, and then I just pour water in it, and then I'm like,
oh, yeah. And that adds nutrients from the bugs.
Drink it, yeah.
Mm.
The bugs probably have water, too.
Yeah. Bugs, water bugs.
Yeah,
water bugs beard.
That's why they call them water bugs.
Yeah, beard bugs and water bugs are the same bug. Not many people know that. They call them beard bugs.
Yeah, they do. And they shouldn't call them beard bugs. They're called water bugs. And we call them that because they have water in them, and we use that to drink out of our beards. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. Wanda, short for Juanita.
Not many know,
Not many know.
And that's what we need to start talking about more is beard bugs. And I'm sorry, sometimes I'm not perfect. Sometimes I'll call them beard bugs.
Water bugs, beard bugs.
Water bugs, of course.
You know what? It's a common name versus the Latin name, and Latin for beard is water, of course.
Yeah, because it flows.
The flowing of the Zeusian beard.
Yes.
Neptunian water beard bug. And a lot of people didn't know that about what's that guy from the Neptunes that did the
Poseidon?
No, that's you're thinking of gods.
Oh yeah.
Think about the NERD, the production crew.
Yeah.
They did that record with Daft Punk. It was the Neptunes.
They're pretty good.
You can't drink him.
No, you can't.
You shouldn't.
He is 85% liquid, but you can't drink him.
He is a snack though.
He is. It's beautiful. Yeah.
I don't know where I was trying to go with that. Like, we yes-anded. That's fun. I like to get goofy and yes-and things.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes.
We should pause again to put the hats back on and then take them off again. And 3, 2, 1. I don't know. I was talking about like maybe taking the hats off, but I don't think we'll take them off this time.
No, it's a hat cast. It's a
hat cat. Yeah.
We need the hat cat connection for the modem.
I'll put mine around forward so I don't get murdered by a cop.
I'll turn mine backwards and then summon Pikachu. This is signed by Finn Wolfhard. Finn.
How do you get a Wolfhard?
Guess we'll ask Finn next time we get him to sign our merch.
Finn,
I've asked him Stranger Things. Am I right?
So I see it backwards though. It looked like NNIF, and I was like, "Whoa."
I guess you're seeing it backwards.
Yeah, it says NNIF.
Okay, let's decide what it stands for. No.
We'll probably say it right way forward when we go on the broadcast. I don't know how internet works.
There's a possibility it'll be backwards on the broadcast because it's showing forwards for me, but it's showing backwards for you. Let's say it's 50-50, like everything in life.
Right.
So let's come up with the acronym for NNIF. No nerd, NERD, is fluid.
Right.
Because you can't drink.
I was going to say that the nerds are very like gender binary.
Yeah, isn't that a shame? Like you think like they felt so outcast, like the white nerds of the D&D and all that stuff, and then they are the most hateful. Oh my god,
just filled with hate.
It's so triggering. But like you go into a comment section, and it's just like a picture of a cartoon character who is black that is Catwoman or something, and they're like, anime avatars are just furious, and it's.
They don't like it.
You can take solace in the fact that they will always be alone.
Yeah.
But it's not how I wanted the nerd movement or the anime bullshit or whatever they're into. I don't want them to be hateful just because.
I remember very specifically calling that in advance, like back when nerddom started getting popular. I'm talking late 90s, early 2000s, when there's like like big multimedia, like the big industry push towards nerddom.
Yeah.
I was like, that means that there's going to be just straight up fucking like W. Bush fan Nazi idiots enjoying your comic books. So like, get ready for cosplay girls to get made fun of by Nazis. Like, it's going to be really funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's really horrible. But it's also a little bit funny because it's like, why the fuck do you care? Like, you're supposed to just be like beating people up in hallways. What's wrong? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you? I don't know. Why don't you give a fuck about something else? Like, let nerds have their culture.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Nerd culture is just hit or miss.
Yeah, I don't know what nerd culture is now. Like, what is nerd culture? Like, is it like
nothing now? It's all
like
we were just watching the movie. And it's like they were talking about
fiction and incest porn. I don't know what anything is anymore.
Yeah.
What are the kids into? Do they like the Harry Potter incest porn?
I think Harry Potter fans are now very second wave bullshit turf, whatever.
Got it.
Because so many people have turned on Harry Potter.
Right.
Just because JK is just the worst person.
Right.
But even me, like, it's weird because I write my jokes in this Marauders Map notebook. I loved Harry Potter,
Right.
And I bought the notebook. It was like the last thing I bought, and I was like, I feel bad. I felt bad after I bought it because I knew, how JK was. And then I went from like being very, very upset when I read the Harry Potter books before the movies came out and people were making fun of me, to now I'm just like making fun of people on Twitter for liking Harry Potter. I don't know.
Right. Exactly. And it is crazy. Like, you have that Marauders map or whatever. And my notebook was the Notebook themed notebook. And
really? Okay.
Yeah. And people absolutely know that my wife's going to die of cancer. And then I'm fine though. Cause I'm like, look, we're gender fluid. We drink each other's gender fluids. I drink her beard bugs out of my mouth and then we're together. Infinitum. Yeah, we drink each other's gender fluids. That's what I call squirting.
I figured it's just a weird way to say it. Is what I was thinking.
Pee. I mean, it's pee. Everybody knows it's pee.
Yeah, that's what they say. It's pee.
They say it's pee. I don't know that it's pee though.
So before I saw it,
when I squirt, it's cum.
Yeah, I can do it. Why not you?
Yeah. It seems transphobic.
My pee is a stream, not a squirt. So
yeah, don't call it pee. It's cum.
It seems more. Cumin is actually long for cum.
A lot of people don't know that.
No, nobody does. Yeah.
Cum is actually short for cumin.
Yeah, cum is short for cumin.
Yeah, which is actually short for acumen.
That's why it smells so good.
It takes skill to do it, and that's why they call it a hand job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's called alienating something so far that it stops being funny. So my bad.
It's still pretty funny.
Okay. Cumin, acumen.
Yeah.
What's longer than acumen?
Accuracy. No, it's got to have min in it.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah. There's no rules to whatever the
second wave feminism says. No, it doesn't.
Yeah. No.
The Gloria Steinem CIA white supremacist bullshit says there doesn't have to be men in anything.
How about acuwomen? What about acuwomen?
Spell it with a Y, and I think we're cooking. Now we're really cooking.
No, we're not cooking. Not no more.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, the men are
girls.
crazy.
We're girl boss.
Yeah. What do you think about this Miss Monopoly? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that. Probably on your Twitter. I don't know, but
Probably.
I was about to tell you about a tweet, but I forgot
Yeah.
the woman's name who they were comparing her to. But it's that liberal lady. Probably on yours.
The feminist next door.
Yeah. Oh
And
God.
her profile pic is actually artificial intelligence generated. It's not a real person.
I believe that.
It's specifically generated by a computer that had a boner for Lisa Loeb.
Computer's like, oh, I know what I'm going to do for this generated. Artificial intelligence is good enough. It's not even.
Yeah, making like
it's just like
a Play-Doh, making a Play-Doh snake, thinking about jerking off to Lisa Loeb.
Oh boy, I'm gonna make something out of Play-Doh.
Put some respect on my name, and then was that? Yeah, it's.
But yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's really good that we have women represented in board games, other than the Candyland Girl, and
those
the meeple, the pink meeple in every game. If there's a pink one,
yeah,
that's a girl.
That's a girl. Also like in Sorry, they all have that little tiny head and then that big ass.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pixar needs to make a Sorry movie. They'd be the biggest ass people in the.
Damn. Thick with 7 C's.
We call it Sorry Not Sorry, because
you know what I'm saying?
7 C's. Like the earth.
Just like the whole earth. Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth. That was so cool.
He did not say. Everybody said he said it with an F.
He does not at all. His
never said it with an F.
Is immensely perfect. It's just, it's like get you one of these. You got to get you one of these.
Got to.
They use that line in G.I. Joe when they got like the mech suits.
Really?
In the theatrical release, not the DVD release.
Right.
And I said the line, which it was a long time ago, and it was probably stupid to say the line, or ignorant, but I said the line, and I was like, like in Men in Black, and then they said the line. I swear to God, but no one believes me because it's only in the theatrical release. They cut that movie up so much, but it's beside
G.I. Joe, yeah.
It was
so weird.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was watching like one of the the original animated G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah.
And it was crazy because a lot of people don't know this, but G.I. Joe is actually short for gastrointestinal Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, and I think that's why he's doing so well in the polls.
Right.
They don't know that he is actually intestines and a stomach. And
he's a full gastrointestinal tract, and he's responsible for like all of American like hegemonic imperialism since like the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't know that.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Yeah, I will say this: his crime bill has prevented. This is the darkest joke I think I've ever written. This is a tweet that I had to delete because it was like, I can't do that. But it was like Joe Biden's crime bill actually prevented 3.2 million unarmed black kids from getting coronavirus.
Jesus Christ. You're not wrong, Jason Fifi.
No, yeah.
Not the darkest joke you've ever made.
It's one of those like, hey, fuck, that's accurate, but also somebody's going to miss the point and think.
Right,
like,
of course it's against Joe Biden for killing all those kids, not saying, oh, this was good that he did it. People don't know. Some people just don't want you to talk about anything, and then some people don't want you to. Some people think about it, and some people don't want to think about it because just the idea that it offends them, or it gives them a response that they don't want.
Right.
And that's fine. It's fine either way, I guess, as long as their intent is good, But when it comes to being like, oh, I'm calling this out, put some thought into it before you call it out. I think.
Right. Exactly.
And why did they just make the whole school out of that kid?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, man. I'm so happy. Every time that comes up, I'm so happy you remember that.
I'll never forget that. Jesus Christ. I'm glad.
The old lady.
Right, I'm drinking water out of a juice bottle.
Oh, hell yeah. This is the same LaCroix bottle that I've been using the entire coronavirus.
Oh, you have a LaCroix filter in your fridge?
It's like a soda stream, but it doesn't murder Palestinian children.
It probably does indirectly. I'm sure they pay taxes.
That's actually a pretty good point. Yeah.
I don't know the soda stream reference.
No, that's not bad. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism. You're not wrong. Any money we spend
of ethical consumption, though.
Say what?
I mean, you can not buy Nestle, right?
Yeah, but like it doesn't matter whether you buy it or not, like, or where you get your water, or where you pay your taxes. You pay your taxes in America. You know what I mean? It always goes to imperialist hegemony, which means that like buying a LaCroix is no better or worse than having a soda stream and giving directly to Israel or any other white supremacist state, you know?
Damn, you're right.
Shit sucks. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but like shit sucks. Like shit's
it does. It's not
shit fucking
an understatement or an overstatement. It's just what it is, you know?
Right.
It sucks. It's a succinct description of what it'd be like.
Sometimes folks with an X, sometimes folks with an X don't be acting like it do, but it sometimes is though.
It's even more confusing when you say it out loud. I don't know. I read it and then it's like, oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's that Jason guy typing like he had a stroke, and then now hearing it is like, you know, like the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a stroke.
What? Oh, you're breaking up. Hold on.
Sorry, is a good guy with a stroker stroke. Is a more bigger stroke with a strokiest stroke. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just be stroking to the left and stroking to the right and stroking to the woman that I like the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that's true for me.
Yeah.
I feel that deep.
Man, I'm gonna vomit if I laugh anymore.
Oh, do you have like a or like a reflux or?
No, I don't have a G.I. Joe problem.
You don't have a G.I. Joe Biden problem. Thank God.
No, G.I. Joe Biden.
Thank God, which is short, of course, for.
Eat both my nuts. That Joe Biden guy. I don't like him with the whole thing. Is this playing or stopping? Pausing? Okay, cool. Sorry. I was just taking a break there for 2 seconds with my brain to like make music exist on the thing so that I can unmute it when we're ready to like fade back into music and pretend like we planned an outro.
Okay, you know, I'll take care of that.
I'm super tight like that. We
didn't start. How long has it been?
I don't know. We didn't start exactly when we planned. What's the actually if I check messages, it says it says it's ready. When did you say that? 14:23. So we're at like 40 minutes, 50 minutes?
Yeah, probably about 45, yeah.
40 or 50 minutes. And I think I've said enough problematic shit where it's like I'm kind of ready.
Yeah. I'm getting tired in the afternoons, but I need another hit of Adderall, but I think it was fine. We didn't really go anywhere. Topical.
No, I don't like going places. You know, it's like not like a thing I like. So like,
yeah, okay. I didn't know because I'll be honest. I meant to listen to Nick's and I'm going to, but I'll probably listen to Carlos as well. But I haven't listened yet just because.
Nick was fun. Next time you're on, actually it'll be you and me and Nick, and we'll do Quora questions.
Oh, awesome.
We'll like make it more structured. So James Etchison, it's a Saturday. That means like the weekends I have comics on, and that means that it's no. You know what I mean? Like no seriousness, and we're just fucking with it. This is the Great Satan.
I like it. Yeah.
Trying to like live through the Great Satan's existence and hegemonic oppression and fuck white supremacist patriarchy. We're out here.
Yes.
Throw the black power fist up and tell everybody what it is. Later.